right now, you know, they cut the cell phone off. They cut the cell phone service off because we didn't pay it on time. I ain't paid on time. But we're gonna get it cut off very, very soon. And very, very soon we're gonna have it where it doesn't get cut off at all. You know, we have a plan, folks. We have a plan and we'll get out.
Do you want to know how I went from a job I tolerated to teaching to instructional designer? Listen up. It's story time. All right, now before I get into my story, let me tell you a little bit more about who I am. My name is Brandon Berry, and I'm a senior instructional designer and the lead instructional designer for the ID Workgroup. This is my family, and this is our home in Mexico. Now, let me tell you, things didn't always look like this, all right? This was once a dream. Let me take you back to 2012. At this time, I was fresh out of college and eager to take the world by storm. See, I went to college for business because I wanted to start and run my own business one day. But when I graduated, I wasn't ready yet. I wanted to start off with a job and then work my way into business. 6 months after graduating undergrad and starting my MBA program at Frostburg State University, go Bobcats, the pressure was on for me to get a job and start making some money. I searched and applied for over 50 positions and got rejected from every single one. I was devastated. I'm thinking, hey, I have this degree. I should be able to get a job easily, right? I was wrong. I got to the point where I was going to work at a local pizza parlor. And no disrespect to those that do, but this was a far cry from where I worked to be. Now, thankfully, before I got to the local pizza parlor, there was a tutoring business that caught my eye with a sign that said, "Help Wanted." Oh. I hadn't tutored up to this point, but I did like teaching people new skills. So I was like, hey, let's do it. So after some preparation and some studying and studying some more, I became a math teacher. And that led me to a new, exciting chapter in my life. All right, after teaching and tutoring, I started to teach myself about all things learning and curriculum development. I mean, I literally fell in love with it. And I ended up using my skills to tutor and teach many children and start a nonprofit organization tutoring and mentoring children. Meanwhile, I was able to get a job as a Freedom of Information Act analyst with the federal government. And now this wasn't my ideal job, but I am grateful for that job because it allowed me to earn income and support my growing family, even though I saw more for myself as an educator.
Right now, you know, they cut the cell phone off. They cut the cell phone service off because we didn't pay it on time. I ain't paid on time. But we're gonna get it cut off very, very soon. And very, very soon we're gonna have it where it doesn't get cut off at all. You know, we have a plan, folks. We have a plan and we'll get out of this situation. You know, just it's like, you know, it's like we could easily, you know, both of us could easily be working. Kids could easily be in daycare. We could easily not invest our time, energy, and money into being entrepreneurs, but it's just not the life for us. So sometimes this stuff happens, but it's also teaching us to manage our money and get over these hard times. So yeah.
The summer of 2018 was significant because I was able to teach as an adjunct professor at my alma mater, Frostburg State University, remotely. When I started my journey, I didn't imagine teaching at the school I graduated from, but there I was. Before teaching as a professor, I had also taught small classes online and tutored children, as I mentioned before. But I extended my teaching to business as well, and adults. My wife suggested getting a part-time job that was remote and creating a self-paced course so that I could have more flexibility. At the time, I didn't even believe in myself to pursue either one. I literally argued with my wife saying that there weren't any part-time positions available that paid more than $12 an hour. That was silly. Even though I did instructional design work at the time, I didn't know what I was doing was called instructional design. It wasn't until my wife sent me some jobs to apply to that fit the description of the skills and experience that I had already had and been doing. That sparked a fire that would lead to a shift in our lives. This year is the first time that I did instructional design for a large organization, NASA. This was also the first time I had a remote instructional design position. In this position, I helped create a train-the-trainer course with an experienced instructional designer and mentor who helped me tremendously. After this project, I was sure that I was an instructional designer and prepared to take on that title. Also, after a year of procrastination, I finally built a self-paced course in Adobe Captivate called Motherland Math. This course alone helped me show my skills in a way that attracted many clients. You already know what was happening to the world this year. However, what was also happening was my family was preparing to move to a tropical location where a lot of fruit grew locally and the culture was more family oriented. At this time, I started to focus on creating classes for middle school students online. This proved to be the right decision because at that time, all schools went virtual, and by the summer, all of the classes that my wife and I put out were filled up with students. I really enjoyed that time. And this year, my family and I ended up moving to Mexico with the confidence that we could live wherever we wanted and still make an income. Between 2021 and now, we went from freelancing to building a business with my wife called Quarius Learning. Now, we've most recently launched a project called the ID Workgroup. And the ID Workgroup is a group for instructional designers and teachers transitioning into the instructional design field. And the whole purpose of making this career successful for you. If you have any questions about the ID Workgroup or if you want to learn more, the link is in the description for that. If you made it to this part of the video, congratulations. Do me a favor and comment below, basically telling me where you are in your transition to instructional design or where you are in your instructional designer career. I want to know. I want to know who's watching the video. I want to connect. I want to get to know you. So, comment below, and until next time, take care. If you like this video, bless us with a thumbs up, share it with someone you know who would benefit, and show some love with a sub.